And a very warm welcome along. Oh dear, it seems like things have broken. This isn't a good start, is it? Let's try restarting the bridge. See if that works. There we go. We've got our stuff. Crisis hopefully averted. I hope everyone's doing very, very well. Welcome into Snowy 2. Gisengio, I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly, Kanbei, Seb the Sleeper, and Skylar Harrison. I hope you're doing very, very well today, each and every one of you. I am slightly underprepared for this stream. Had to restart everything very quickly beforehand, so I just need to get a couple of bits reopened on my side so that I can then get us going. We do get Ice Beam. I've decided to go for Surf, Ice Beam, Earthquake, and D-Punch for the first challenge of the day. This is going to be the Politoed challenge. We will run Golurk straight afterwards. So, we've got 2 runs to get on with. Let's get this one started. Timer has started, and hopefully will not stop until after we've defeated Red. We'll see if that is the case. Good afternoon, Deadpool. The match was definitely an experience last night. And we'll leave it at that. I might have dropped the F-bomb on stream when they equalised. And then I might have dropped several F-bombs off stream afterwards when they went 2-1 up. I have opinions about that match, but I will keep them to myself. It is very rare to see Earthquake on Politoed, but it covers one of its weaknesses very, very well. It means you don't have to worry about electric types anywhere near as much as you would have to normally. I was umming and ahhing about Hypnosis. I've decided to go for D-Punch in the end. Mostly because I prefer the idea of D-Punch over Hypnosis for the Snorlax. Because if we can D-Punch on turn 1... then we'll be able to get a Surf off, hopefully. But today I have spent most of the day getting in a lot more of the later gen backports. So we'll be able to see some of those, including Alolan Vulpix. That one's in now. I've managed to get Archeops in. That one was prioritised. All of the Pika clones that I got backported before are in. We're getting our way through the decks again. Politoed does have perfectly cromulent attack. 75, not the best, not the worst. Absolutely can work as a mixed attacker. Earthquake will also give us something for Slowbro. And the Poliwrath is the Pokemon I was trying to think of then. For Chuck, which if we'd have gone for D-Punch and Hypnosis, we wouldn't have had that option. Let's go for our first gym together. Bit surprised that we didn't one-shot there, but then we did use the wrong move. Ice Beam is absolutely going to be a one-shot on these Pidge. And we'll move on to our first gym leader. This is Falconer, Flying type specialist. Leads with Pidgey. Now I have done some fixes to the overlay auto-splitting as well. But that might mean that they break here in Gen 2. Because I haven't tested it in Gen 2 yet. Nope, we still get the auto-split. 237 for the Zephyr badge. Let's go and very quickly heal. Not heal. But go into the Pokemon Center at least. Gonna get the Periscure Berries. We aren't the fastest Pokemon in the world. We're not trash speed. But we don't have the best speed in the world, so it could be worth picking up the Periscure Berry in case of emergency. Oh, I've not had ribs in years. The only meat I eat now is chicken. So, yeah, I've not had meat. I've not had ribs in a very long time. Yeah, Poliwhirl unfortunately does lose some of its benefits. Rain Dance, absolutely viable for a water type. 100%. I just don't think Politoed is going to need it in this one. I think Politoed can just about stand up on its own. So we don't need the extra help from Rain Dance. But yeah, perfectly viable in 4-move challenges. We see that more in Gen 3, where weather is more of a factor in the challenges. But can definitely think of some Pokemon in Gen 2 who would benefit from Rain Dance. I think Mantine could be one where Rain Dance gets on the learn set, actually. I've heard that frog's legs taste like chicken as well. I'm not sure how much I believe it, because I'm too much of a wimp to ever want to eat frog's legs, but that's more on my personal taste than anything else. I'm very much the opposite of somebody who enjoys new foods. I like what I like, and that's it. Yeah, Rain Dance, Thunder, Ice Beam, and Surf could be a very good learn set for Starmie. One of my behind the scenes overlays has, I've just noticed it isn't working properly, so I'm just going to swap it to my backup. That's just so that I know when the repel's going to run out. Let me very quickly swap it to the backup one. And then we should be good to carry on. I am not an adventurous eater in the slightest. I'm what people would call a fussy eater, although I'm loath to call myself a fussy eater. Like, I will happily eat the same thing 7, 8, 10 days in a row even, and not get bored of it. I know what I like, and I like what I know. Poor Josh, he probably thinks he stands a chance today. He doesn't. Bugsy, Gym Leader number 2. Bug-type specialist, would you believe? It's in the name. Led with Metapod. Kakuna goes the same way as Metapod. Swap to Ice Beam for the Scyther. And 2 hits, and away it goes. Oh, I'm not a fan of eggs. 546, by the way, there for the Hive badge. I'm very much chicken, potato, and that's about it. Yeah, Psychic really did get nerfed in Gen 2. Like, Psychic is not the magic bullet it was in Gen 1. Partly because of the Dark type, partly because generally overall you don't see quite as many Pokemon who would benefit from Psychic. We've got bloody Repels. 7 should do. Yeah, I'd agree with that. In Gen 1, Psychic is ostensibly just Special Body Slam. Psychic's still good in Fire Red Leaf Green as well. Like, Gen 3 Kanto, you can still get away with Psychic as being a bit of a crutch. Not as much of a crutch as in original Gen 1, but still not bad. The split between special attack and special defense also nerfed Psychic in a way that I don't see many people talk about very often. Hello, Abra. Talking of Psychics. Hello, Abra. Talking of Psychics. Quick PP heal. Now, we mustn't forget our own Abra today. First tryouts for our Earthquake here. Making very light work there of the Slowpoke. I think we should be able to get away with Surf against the Magnemite. It's got no special defense. I feel like Magnezone could thrive in 4 moves. Can't remember if I've done it before. I would go for chicken nuggets myself. But if you're feeling a hot dog, then you've got to have a hot dog. Aha! We one-shot Lickitung with a good old D-punch there. Let's go and grab her of the rental variety. And then we'll go and get a bike as well. I do like a good sandwich. I like turkey sandwiches around Christmas. I don't often mention, like, eating turkey, though. Because fresh turkey in this country is really hard to get. Like, we only get it around Christmas time. I'll devour entire barnyards worth of turkeys over the Christmas period. We are going to pick up the Quickie C today, just in case. Let's hope we don't need it, but it's good to have in our back pocket just in case we do need it. We'll say oh hi Mark here and take care of his Abra line. It does really feel like it is weak to water moves. I think Mantine is the only time where I've struggled with water moves on Magnemite. Yes, that is accurate. Most of the time, the higher special stat became one of the base special stats in Gen 2. Or the other way around, I should say. There are very few Pokemon where they tailored it and mixed and matched. Schnappabubble is next up on the chopping block. We beat up last carry, we take our lunch money, and we'll take on Whitney now. Gym leader number 3, normal type specialist, led with Clefairy. Mega Drain? How rude! You can't stall us forever, Whitney. Surf putting in the work there, getting us the plane badge. It really does do ludicrous damage, and I'm very happy for it. That means we have 3 badges. 1002's not a bad time for the plane badge, considering we've already done 1 trip up through Spinner Hell. And we get another trip up through Spinner Hell right about now. Did you know you can battle this Sudowoodo? And sometimes it's actually worth battling this Sudowoodo, because you get a one-shot and you get some free experience. It's also a Snorlax, which people negate to battle. Well, some people. Smart people like Snowy remember that you can battle a Snorlax. I am not smart people. I'm barely people. Oh, bloody Olivia. I have said it since day one here at the channel. The Clefairy is the scary Pokemon. The Clefairy is terrifying. The Miltank is predictable. You drop her accuracy, and she's fine. The Clefairy can be a bomb. And if the Clefairy's a bomb, then you've got problems. I like taking that little shortcut around Olivine Gym as well. 11 of their finest super repels. Give me strength. And we'll do our first little PP heal. Yep, Rage is free for Whitney. Especially if you get double slapped 2 or 3 times. Welcome in, Royal K-Man. I hope you're doing very, very, very well. Don't think it was going to be a one-shot there against the Noctowl, so we'll just use Surf. Save on the super effective text. Let's take on the Growlithe now. Double 1 hit. Growing up to 26. Not too shabby. This crystal run, well, not this specific crystal run, but the crystal runs in general are very optimized at this point. I have a couple of times, generally with very strong Pokemon. I don't know how Noctowl will do in 4 moves. Somebody should do it. Managed to avoid Toby today. I like the name Toby. Toby's a friendly name. Politoed is barely seen in Gen 2. Quillfish is good with level and spikes. I want to do Quillfish as a video later on in the year. I love Fast Attack Critique. Ha ha ha! We de-punch the Umbreon. Take that. Punch it in the mouth. Oh, we can't do it again. Spoil sport. Oh, don't mention spiders, please. Oh, you've made me curl up. Oh, no. Am I the only one who whenever they're mentioned, gotta, like, look around the room, make sure there's not one, like, eyeing you up? Going, come on, have a go if you think you're hard enough. Or is that just me? Rival 3 time. I like them, just nowhere near me. Like, I'd never murder a spider. I have a telescopic spider catcher. Like a little thing on a very long handle. To remove them from my vicinity without doing any harm to them. Because I'm one of those very, very, like, pacifist people. I don't believe in harming any living creature. I feel bad about eating meat a lot of the time, but I'm anemic, I have to. Iguanas are cool, as are frogs. I had a friend with a pet tarantula as a kid. Like, his tarantula I was on good terms with. Because it stayed in its glass enclosure and couldn't get out. We all need to go to Bovine Mooniversity. That was an inadvertent pun there. Yes, it is entirely possible for... Bloody hell, movement. It is entirely possible for Whitney to metronome one of the moves she already has. It's possible in this patch at the moment because I keep forgetting to fix it. It's possible for Whitney to metronome a Gen 3 move. Now, this is an item you can't get unless you do early Acrotique. Or early Olivine, I should say. We have the Minceberry for Morty. We might need it. I know a lot of people who've had guinea pigs. They are really, really sweet pets. But they cannot ever be frightened by anything. Any Gen 3 move that a Gen 3 Pokemon can learn via level up, then it is in the pool of metronome moves. Because all the Gen 3 Pokemon are in this. Let's take on Miller. I like naming pets after Pokemon. Knew somebody who named their pets after their exes, so we had like Big Fat Liar and Hairy Back the cats. Stab Surf is very, very, very good. Nope, that's not a repel. That's a repel. Miller, I barely know her. Yep, Lance the cat. If I ever get a ginger cat, I'm calling it Lance. Do we go for memes at Chuck? Do we do D-Punch versus D-Punch? Chinchu is a very good name for a fish. Haha, get frozen. Let it go. Welcome in, Fakalash. I hope you're having a wonderful Thursday. We're going to bare our ass to the world for a second there. We get through. Still no blue Gyarados. We are on the hunt for the elusive blue Gyarados, even now. Next rare candy, and would you look at that? We can make our way all the way back to Olivine City. We are going to do a very quick heal here in Olivine. No, that's not the routing. Did we pick up the HP up in Acrotique? I have a feeling I might have forgotten about it. Just means I'll have to be a little bit more conservative with the old vitamin shop. Didn't mean to go in there, it's fine. Politoed is a friend. I like Politoed. It's got a lot of bulk behind it. And bulk is very useful. It is very friend-shaped. Politoed is kind of like me in a lot of ways. Because I've got a very long torso and teeny tiny little arms and legs. I'm glad that they made the design more cartoony. Because it's less intimidating that way, and I don't think Politoed would suit being intimidating. I've had a look at the forecast, Kanbei. Maybe like 3mm in the next month. In the next couple of weeks, not the next month. It's going to be cooler next week, though. Both of our deep punches were pointless there. Storm badge acquired. 1934. You're stealing all the rain, Seb. Give some to the rest of us. We need it. Oh, I need to add a blue Magikarp in. I'm doing that after stream, if I remember. Did we super repel? Yes, we did. Poliwrath is very much an immature tadpole. Gonna pick up all the items here. I don't know what an Amplexus is, but I'm curious to find out. There's a Torkoal, and I think there's also like a Mega Groudon, or Primal Groudon, I should say. I'd like Mega Politoed. I think Mega Politoed would go hard. As long as it stays pure water. Very fair. If I remember, I will look it up later and then probably be disgusted. Mega Pyroar is... yes. Mega Pyroar is a Pokemon that exists. I will leave it at that. I do think bringing back Megas was a little bit of a mistake, personally. Like, I would much rather some of those became extra evolutions. Because they're going to be a one and done thing. I'd like Mega Rapidash. Goodbye, Jasmine. I would like to see something done with the remaining left dormant Gen 1 lines. Especially Fearow and Dodrio. Now, I know that I am biased because I love my birds, but I think those two Pokemon have been crying out for something. Cloyster needs special. Poison Dark Arbok. I'd think that would work better as a regional form than a third stage. The Nidos need something. I might be going back into the Birdkeeper Squidgy arc over in probably October. I do have some birds coming up next month, actually. I'm doing all legendaries next month, or should I say all legendaries and mythicals. I fancy just getting a load of Pokemon done in their wrong games. I'd like Dodrio to keep its 3 heads, but it finally learns to cooperate with each other. Cloyster got shafted in Gen 2. They did make base Farfetch get 90 attack. Was that Gen 7? They did that. Now, our good friend Snowy does ball behind the wall. I do ball through the wall. Thank goodness I remembered birth passwords. Ball across the wall I like. I don't really know competitive too well, because I am almost exclusively a solo runner. Apart from like my silly Pokemon Crystal but what if I screw myself over in increasingly extravagant ways series. Like, I don't know what the meta is. The Metronome run that Kanbei mentioned earlier, that was the pilot for the Pokemon Crystal Butt set of videos. And I had a lot of fun doing that, so I thought, why not make it into a series? We got G-Max Butterfree for all of one game, didn't we? Then they forgot that G-Max was a thing. That would be possible in BizHawk. I've tried it, but the transitions looked hot garbage on video. But never say never. I'd like to see Castform get more forms. I'd like to see them add more weather in general. Give us more inclement weather. You know, actually, I want to take on Roxanne. My voice can't go high enough to say Roxanne. G-Max was a gimmick, and we'll leave it at that. That's just on Cloyster. It's got special text. Up yours, Dugong. I like Frostbite as well. Frostbite was such a good way of nerfing special attack. Although it would really screw us over here in the Gen 2 runs. Special attackers really do have it all. Reordering the moves is something a little bit more sensible now that we're getting into the last part of the challenge. I remembered my foreshadowing berry. Also, I have a video slot free towards the end of this month because I've changed my mind, and no, we don't need to do that anymore. I changed my mind and did Empoleon's stream yesterday, so I have a Fire Red slot, so I'm open to any Gen 1 through 4 Pokemon suggestion for Fire Red. Not Ludicolo and not anything I've run on stream recently. But anything else is a given as a chance. Honchkrow could be fun. I don't miss the days of having to like stop and start the timer. Shiftry would be interesting to go with Ludicolo. It does seem like general consensus is Honchkrow, so if somebody in my Discord can put a reminder for me to put Honchkrow on the schedule, I shall get that recorded. I can't remember growth rate for this Pokemon. Shaman was Gen 4. I remember that much. We'll have to do one more shop later on, annoyingly. You generally don't find medium slows too bad by the time you get to red. Because at that point, you're fairly over-leveled. You might be able to find a Mudkip in your backyard. Mudkip was fun to do in Gen 3. The most fun I had with any of those was Sceptile, though. I do like Mudkips. I am vaguely considering start of September. Although we did do the starters quite recently. Pupitar's a good Pokemon, except for its quad weakness to the water type and the grass type. Could do starter backport for the anniversary stream. We could do the Gen 4 starters. Maybe try and get Piplup into Gen 2. And then do one in each game. What is a Chillet? Is that one of those friend world things? Or have I just made an arse of myself? Fair. Let's take on a rival number Fua. Leads with Golbat. If my grandmother had wheels, she would have been a bicycle. Making an arse out of myself is just general tradition for me. Turtwig and Gen 1 would definitely be interesting. Although there are a lot of poison types out there. And poison types are the enemy of grass types. I really wish Ferret was better. I think I did Magcargo in Gen 1. I've got a strong recollection of doing Magcargo in Yellow about a year and a half ago. I'd rather get a third Evo of Ferret over a regional form. Ferret can hold its own in this game right up until Red. And then it just collapses in a heap. I really wanted to get into Yellow, but not gonna lie, I couldn't stand it. It was mostly the bag that really just peeved me. I don't like Obstagoon. Like, I really like original Zigzagoon's line, and the fact that they've retconned it so that, well, actually, Galarian Zigzagoon is the original. No, it's not. We all know that Zigzagoon was the original Zigzagoon, the one from Hoenn. Dreadnought is fine. Chewtle annoys me. Toxtricity is really cool, though. Final rocket, and then we'll be done with this section. Is it bad that I've forgotten what the Gen 10 starters look like? I think Gekwa is probably the best. Regional Houndoom is needed. Houndoom is not a good Pokemon at the moment in Gen 2. Time for Team 11212. This is where I say thank you to Kanbei for that wonderful donation. And we shall now get ourselves over to Blackthorn. I like Gekwa and I like Browd. Houndoom also needs to get itself out of slow. Houndoom being in slow really screws it over. It got the Chinchou Lantern treatment. Thank you, Overlay, but this isn't Claire. Or probably a Claydol out of those. could use it as a lampshade. Slow level up group gets on my nerves. Can't believe D-Punch paid off there. Had the perfect Claire. It's time to get you double 1, 2, 1 and 2 up again. As we answer this brief little survey. I'm going to go left of field and say I'd make Survivor dark. I think Survivor would benefit from the dark type. Stab crunch, stab bite. Would also give it an immunity. Oh, no, that's not what we do there. It would give it a much needed immunity to psychic. Cubone and Marowak would fit the backstory very well. Done more shops in this one than normal. Gengar being Dark Ghost would be absolutely brutal. Fearow would definitely be a fitting Dark Flyer as well. Gengar's line is very happy-go-lucky, you're not wrong. Didn't want to take on whatever this guy's name is. I was going to call him Mike then. I don't think it is. Jake, not Mike. I always forget that Gyarados, Mega Gyarados is Water Dark and not Water Dragon. I've been really bad at getting on the bike lately. Need to get back into the habit of it. Enjoy your Mario 64. As we take on rival number 5. This time leading with Sneasel. And I mean, easy. Easy, easy, easy. Oh, no. Let's not forget the full restores. All 2 of them we can buy, jeez. Let's hope we don't get beaten up here. It is looking like we're not going to get beaten up here. The choices of learn set for Gyarados are definitely a thing. This doesn't feel like we have the special attack that we do have. Yeah, Karen is very much an Agatha analog. Talking about bounce earlier with Snowy. And about how I wish we could get bounce in this generation. For Politoed, because it would give us free Venusaur then. Politoed can learn Psychic, but it's a little bit baity if you ask me. Not the cleanest Bruno in the world, but we do get through. First try. A little bit of flashing coming up. We are going to be using 5 rare candies. Even if we missed, it would still be free because the Venusaur takes 2 turns normally. Oh, I'm holding on to the wrong Shagging Berry. Nice crit there on the Umbreon. On to Lance. Lie with the Flyers. Leads with Gyarados. Apologies that the time was going up in 2-second increments at the moment. Shouldn't affect too much. Just means there's a little bit of load on my PC. And that does get us our Hall of Fame time of 47.05 for our Politoed. Let's get its name up on the leaderboard. And it is the 16th today, isn't it, for my own bookkeeping there. Midpoint time. 3rd place on stream, just behind Alakazam and Nidoking there. And ahead of Slacking through to Swampert. That would have been a brilliant twist for Gen 2's champion. Now, the run is not over yet. Top 3 is very, very good. I might be sneezing, so bear with. Maybe not. We have another half to do. Let's get on with it. And don't forget, the second run of the day will be happening about 4 or 5 minutes after the first run has finished. That's the 4 moves tutor. He's the one that gives us the moves at the start of the challenge. He's the one that Elm squishes every single time. Because unlike in Gen 3 where it's all done via menu, I wanted an actual move tutor in this one. I don't know if any other Pokemon would have benefited or suited the Steel type. Like, Magnemite was a clear choice. Maybe Blastoise because of its cannons? But I'm not sure any other Pokemon would have suited. I can see the case for Electrode as well. 4004 for the Thunder badge there. Sabrina time. Oh, bloody hell. Sand attack screwing us over there a little bit. It's fine. They could do that both in Gen 3 and in Gen 1. If they made Nose Pass Steel as well, like they did with Probopass. I take it you're not a fan of Probopass, Deadpool. Very fair. I feel like they could have done something maybe like Short Circuit as a boom equivalent for the Electrode line. Because that way you still get regular boom, but you also get special boom. Yeah, Porygon does give off, like, vague essence of Steel. I stopped well before Birdkeeper Bob here. I'm very surprised that Porygon ended up in an egg group. Janine time, she's going to be a pushover. I like Porygon too. I like the entire Porygon line, to be fair. It's a good Pokemon. Wasting her money there on the Dar hit. But we do get the Soul Badge 5209. Oh, least favourite Pokemon. It changes on a daily basis. There aren't any who I truly detest at the moment. Maybe Cleffa. Because what is the point of Cleffa? Yeah, I totally get Sork and Throw. Like, they are creatures. Not sure I'd call them Pokemon. Yeah, until Pokemon breaks precedence and has a 4-stage line, then we're never getting a final stage that something like Clefairy needs. I don't think it's inaccurate to say that the baby Pokemon were introduced partly at least to sell plushies. Wiggly Gran here. I despise Togepi. That is true, Teddiursa is a 4-stage Evo. I love Rellor. Rellor's adorable. I have weird taste in Pokemon, I know. Like, my top 3 are Raticate, Zangoose, and Ursaring. Yeah, I adore Rellor. One final trainer in Nugget Bridge, and then we're done with it, and we can go home. I feel like a lot of the early Gen 1 Pokemon would benefit from having a 4th stage now. They're at that point where those early stage Pokemon are very much in need of something because of power creep across the later gens. Bugger. They fluffed it by only focusing on them for 2 games. You bitch, Misty. Exactly, you can only have 1 Mega as well. Get hit in the face, you Lapras bitch. You are starting to annoy me, Misty. Cascade Badge. Please don't backseat. What possible good would Dynamic Punch do on the Golduck there? The issue wasn't the Golduck, the issue was the Lapras and Perish song. Because that is just insta-death. Take it out on Snorlax. For a little bit of context, I'm thinking like 2 or 3 battles ahead at all times. And if somebody says D-punch on this as an example, it then throws me off what I'm trying to think about with... Like now I'm thinking about blue. And I'm trying to plan what I want to do for blue. I already know what I'm going to do for Brock. But if somebody then comes up with something in the interim, it breaks my brain. And it's not that I don't appreciate input, it's that I appreciate input like 3 battles before. Mega Lopunny is a thing. Bloody movements. If anybody wants to start a Squidgy Gets a Better Controller fund, I'd be more than grateful. Because this one is dog poo. This one feels cheap and nasty. I feel like I was missold. Because the other controller I got of this brand, or should I say the other 3, have all lasted about 9 months each. This one's barely lasted 4. That's the wrong friggin' city. These are Power A. If you get the old Power A, they're really good. If you get the new Power A, then good luck. You do have to think of it, like, in Kanto especially, where it is so rapid fire, you have to be thinking very far ahead. Because you've got no other chance, really. Yeah, if you focus on the moment, then there is far too much to think about. Because we've done 5 gyms in as many minutes. Oh, bloody hell. Fluff this up a little bit at the end. Might have to take her on because I want to get up to level 70 for Red. I think that's going to be more conducive. It's going to spend a little bit of time now, but it might be more conducive to a better Red. Trouble is she's got garbage middle stages and we only want to battle 1. No, she doesn't. She's got a Starmie as well, that's fine. See, this movement would be great on a good D-pad. But this one is not good. A little bit more flashing. I'm going to use 3 rare candies. Flashing is over. No, that's wrong. That was some sloppy movement, but we got through in the end. That's ostensibly what they are. We outspeed the Pikachu. It was worth it. $100% worth it. And that is time 103.25. Scam and a half. At that red fight. I love Dynamic Punch. 103.25 there for our Politoed. Wrong kind of frog. There we go. 18th place on stream. Is that right? That might not be right. That was not right. 2nd place on stream. That's more like it. We cut up so much time. And with that, I am going to take a very quick commercial break. It's going to be about 3 minutes or so. I'm just going to swap games, get everything ready for the next challenge, which is going to be the GOLURK challenge. So I'll catch you in 3 minutes' time. And we are back. We're all ready to go with the GOLURK challenge. Quick sip of drink. And away we go, Lurk. Let's see how this one fares, shall we? Now, the back sprite is the best I could make it. I'll show off the front sprite at some point as well, if I remember. He does look tiny. There's a thing with a lot of the back sprites. I'm taking inspiration from how they do it in Gen 3. But a lot of the larger Pokemon back sprites are just like the very tip of them. Looking at you. Bloody Fortress. Welcome in. Never apologise for being late. I don't expect anybody to feel pressured into coming in. It does kind of look like a double teapot. You're not wrong. We'll give the Super Nerd a chance to not get squished in this one. Now, because of how stat changes work in Gen 2, we might be off for quite a good time with Hammer Arm. It's either that or I've mis-backported it. Wouldn't take that out, put that out of the question either. It hasn't been mis-backported, thank goodness for that. But yeah, the way the stat changes work in bloody hell, Pidgey, Gen 2 is you have the stat change only happen if the opponent survives. That goes for buffs as well as debuffs. Didn't matter so much there. Get through Falconer. Zephyr Badge in 2:57. Our lack of speed is the thing that's concerning me in this one. I think it's going to be one of those glue the Quick Claw onto us and hope for the best. That's been common knowledge for a while now, with the Omniboost. I know I didn't discover it. I remember reading that back in the very early days of the channel. Yeah, I think it is one of those speedrunners have known about it for years and have worked through it. Although, really, you don't see Ancient Power too much in any run. I seem to remember as well that, like, as a kid, Ancient Power was seen as this really busted, broken move. Like, one of my friends got Ancient Power on a Pokemon and he was so excited. Well, it's base 60 power. It's not a particularly exciting move. True, it is a 100% accurate rock move, and those don't really exist in early gens. The PP is absolutely an issue. Is Bryson Gen 5? The Omniboost is great when it happens. Trouble is, it doesn't happen anywhere near often enough. If it was 30%, it would be more viable. Oh, God. So he truly is awful. Faster than the Ghastly, that's good to see. At least Frost Breath is a step up versus Icy Wind. Like, take solace in small victories there. I wish we had Headbutt, but I don't think it'd be that useful in this run either. YOLO! YOLO! It worked. Sometimes you've just got to YOLO it through the grass. Price can get you if Blizzard hits. That is true, he does have Gen 2 Blizzard, so it's not as good as it could be for him. Goodbye to Isak there. He does have a furry attack. He can attack with furry. I am very grateful for Price's AI, making him less bad than he could be. Everybody say, oh hi, Mark. In to gym number 3 we go. This is Whitney's normal type gym. I did not crit her. I did not. Goodbye, Schnabel. Whitney next. Clefairy's a one hit. The milk tank has locked into rollout, and the milk tank goes down. And we get the plane badge. 10:04, I think that's 2 seconds slower than Politoed up until this point. I did not one-shot the milk tank. I did not. I'm committed to this run. It's not like the other day where I just wasn't feeling the run, so I decided, no, I'm going to take a do-over. Big hammer. It was the Alakazam one, wasn't it? I'm not J-Rose. Stop calling me J-Rose. It's very, very rude to call somebody who is not that person another creator's name. It's rude to me and it's rude to them. His sprite was definitely a sprite. Yeah, reuniting the married couple today. They can share in their disdain of this ground ghost robot thing, completely destroying their Pikachu. It does give off air of ground ghost. That is true, getting destroyed is par for the course with Pikachu, unfortunately. I wish Pikachu was better. For the mascot of the series, it certainly doesn't show any good offensive prowess. One shot the first Umbreon. Your accuracy lowering means nothing to us. That is true, the light ball does at least let it pretend to be a good Pokemon. This Pokemon is Golurk from Generation 5. Do you have to trade in the yellow Pikachu for that? Fair. Ping needs to go and get a life. 5 Ghastly. What's he doing with his bloody life? If you never used the time machine, then that means you never got the chance to use Psych Up as a TM. Because that was gated behind a Gen 1 trade. Don't we just love Game Freak? Multi-time. Gym leader number 4. Leads with Ghastly. Led with Ghastly. Haunter, I barely know it goes down. Ooh, Gengar crits. That's a nice bit of interesting knowledge about Gen 2. Yeah, just be weak to him. Unfortunately. Catching isn't really my forte in this game, unfortunately. I don't do it very often. Many items are bugged. Does the light ball overflow? Nice crit there on the Gyarados. Aren't those kind of grinds the best? The ones that are so high effort, and what do you get at the end of it? Nothing useful. But at least you can say you've bloody done it. I mean, I did that grind with Shuckle a few years ago. And Cargo before that. Good start there in this gym. I still run truly terrible Pokemon from time to time, just not as often. Wait for Macargo in Emerald. That'll be an experience. Be my only 3-part video. If lungs are breath of fresh air, Kanbei, what's knob? Storm Badge 1918. Fair. Very fair, Kanbei. Hugh could never get dumped in the bin, can they? You're saying that to me. I'm 6'4" and I'm 6'4" round. If you take a moment to like really deep dive Gen 2's code, you'll see that lack of polish has not been something new to Game Freak. It has been a thing since its inception. Jasmine forgot to chug the secret potion today. 2156 for the mineral badge. VAR would be brilliant if it was more like TMO in rugby. Like, TMO is genuinely useful. Whereas VAR is a crock of poo. I'd love to see a Magnemite use Hyper Beam. That is true. There is the element of, does anybody respect anybody in that game at the moment? Certainly last night that was called into question. And we'll say no more about that. I just feel like a lot of the BS that happened, especially around FIFA at the moment, it's taking away from the fun of the game. A very powerful PC is how you play at that kind of speed. I don't know how many times speed this PC can do. Because I'm always at... Oh dear. I'm always at loath to mess with RetroArch settings. In case I break it. Because RetroArch is a pain in the arse to set up. I think it'd be $2,000 just for the RAM. Yeah, very much cheaper than anybody would imagine, I'd assume. Yeah, everything is so expensive now. I was looking at getting another HDD because I filled up another 2 terabyte full of content. But I can't justify it at the moment. Bloody hell. I don't want to battle him, really. Oh, I desperately need a new controller. This one is starting to get on my nerves. Here is, that was price. 26.40 for the Glacier badge. You need to do the opposite of Nelly Furtado there, Kanbei. She wanted somebody to turn off the light. You're turning on the light. Excuse me. 11 max repels, that's our repel shopping done for this run now. Vibe coding is certainly a thing. Yes, a flying egg because it looks like a hot air balloon. I was saying the other day, I'm not inherently anti-AI. I'm anti-AI in the way it's been made and the way it's utilised. Like, I think AI has the power to do a lot of good in the world, but the way it's been marketed and the way it's been brought to the public as, like, a quick fix for all the stuff that's wrong in your life. Like, no. It's not what it's there for. It's like, look at weather forecasting. Weather forecasting has the potential to be revolutionized through AI. Because if you feed it data, it can spot trends and patterns. Because that's all an AI machine really is. It's a pattern recognition system. And it can go, this is most likely to happen with these sets of conditions. But like shoving it in something like Excel to go, I can do your spreadsheet for you. No. And not because I think somebody should have to do the bloody work. It's because in that situation it might get things wrong. Plus there's the whole thing of where was it trained from? If it was trained by people who consent their work to be trained for LLMs for profit, then yeah, it's fine. it has also made the excitement disappear from a lot of modern technology. Like, I used to be, oh, what more can this do in terms of raw power? Now it's, okay, so it's got an LLM built into it. Big whoop. What's that LLM going to do? It's going to make the photos that I take no longer be my photos because it's upscaled them with some BS that wasn't in the original image. You see pictures of people taking, like, photos where their light bulb has been in shot and it's turned into the moon with some of this upscaling nonsense. One thing that really, really annoyed me an awful lot is I pay for Adobe for my software. Like, that's the software I use to edit videos, software I use to create things like thumbnails. Shadowball is physical, Ghost is physical. And I used to get 50 stock images a month to use, and I'd use those in the backgrounds of my thumbnails. And now I don't get that because they're like, you get X amount of Firefly credits each month. I don't want X amount of Firefly credits each month. I want to use and license a photo that somebody has gone out into the real world and taken. So I'm scouring every bloody royalty-free Creative Commons picture libraries so I can still have those little thumbnail backgrounds. It may look like special, but I can bloody assure you it is physical. We would not be doing that much damage if it was special, because look at our special attack. I seem to remember that as well. Like, there was some nonsense about anything you make in Photoshop will be training their AI model. From what I've seen, Adobe seems to be giving up on their own AI model, and now they're just going, here's ChatGPT's, here's Google's. Because the last Photoshop update, it was like, pick your AI model for your generative fill. No. Pick your own arsehole out with a spoon. Ugh. Just let me use Photoshop in the way I want to use Photoshop. There are very few things that wind me up more than intrusive technology. I want things to be done. It's like when Windows is, oh, we're getting a few things ready. What are you getting ready? Tell me exactly what you're doing to my PC. I do think we're past for sure the rapid expansion phase of AI companies. I used to have an Alexa and then I got rid. I'll still use smart plugs. I have seen the Football World Cup and we'll leave it at that. I'm not salty, you are. That's the other thing, companies are getting ridiculously high bills for their use of LLMs. Because they don't seem to realise just how expensive it is. Oh, who's that one that's just released the one that was banned by the government? Not ChatGPT, the other one. The one that apparently is for coders or whatever. But like, from the people I know who've used it, you get like 3 messages on a paid for plan. Oh, something that really, really F's me off with the Pixel now is I used to use Claude, that's it. I used to use the Google Lens button all the time. You know, you could press in and you'd get the Google Lens option. I used to use that all the time because I am really bad with faces. So if somebody was in the news or somebody had posted a meme about someone and I wasn't sure who it was, I'd press in that button and I'd just use Google Lens because it'd say who it is. Now it's Gemini going, do you want me to search the screen? No, I want my old button shortcut back, thank you. Let's get our double 1, 2, 1 and 2 out. Stick 2 fingers up, and then 2 fingers up again, and then 1 finger up. Then 2 fingers up to AI. Especially the AI in this game sometimes. See, I'd want to experiment with that, like, because I know you can get local something learning machines. And I'd be worried, quite frankly, that it would then, like, delete my system. Fry the motherboard somehow. Language learning model, that's it. I mean, it is just smart predictive text, isn't it? For an unspecified definition of smart a lot of the time. I do like that double 1, 2, 1 and 2 is used in a pair of places. Shadow Ball is not super effective against the dark type like Houndoom. Are you watching the same screen? A frigging crit. Then you may need to go and get glasses, because that's not what happened. Yeah, the secret potion ended up here. Now, I'm not being funny, but, like, you've come in stream, you've called me J-Rose, you've accused me of having the incorrect move category. Now you've just said that a move has the wrong damage type calculation. Double 1, 2, 1 and 2. Yes, I used Earthquake on Houndoom like a sensible person would. So why did I use it? I completely forgot Mega Golurk existed, I'm not gonna lie. Houndoom is Arcanine with a weakness to the fighting type. I like Dramper. I think I've got a backported Dramper somewhere, hiding in the middle of nowhere. Go away, Joyce. Urshifu's cute. There are no really bad bear Pokemon. The closest we get is Cubchoo and Beartic. But the rest of the bears are cool. I like bears. We have this move called Hammer Arm. It's super effective against dark types. Ursaring's my favourite bear. Would use Hammer Arm for the meme. We want that 10% chance to feel a thrill. League member number 1 is Will. He's psychic. He's also a bit crap. Yep, definitely physical. I did forget the full restore. Shoot. We'll just have to take no damage, it's fine. If you can hear that outside, it's the Elite Four police because I forgot to get the important items. We are so bloody lucky that we've got good typings. So you give me too much credit there. So I'm too busy being snarky at the moment. Of course we can't get Muck Punched. It's brilliant. And we can't get cross-chopped. We can get cross-chopped. We're not getting cross-chopped. Oh no, we've been sworn at. Whatever will we do? Bruno does specialise in losing. I don't expect this battle to go well. Will specialises in being crap. Bruno specialises in losing. I know nothing about this game. Yep, Gengar, when it swears, says that and sweats. Both, simultaneously. $45.09 for the Lance split there. Let's get its leaderboard up. We did crush Lance. I'm shocked at how well that Lance went. Second place there for Golurk. A little from column A, a little from column B, Kanbei. "45 minutes is a very magic time for Lance. I can't wait for this to go wrong." Why am I doing that? This is 4 moves. Jeez. Ah yes, that metal coat's the most useful of items for us. Thank you, Sailor Man. He's the chairman of the Pokemon fan club, don't you know? He is a right old fusspot when it comes to his Rapidash. I'm very well aware of what items are where. We can put 2 more iron into our Golurk, not that we need it, and we are maxed out on protein. I can't even begin to pronounce that word. That's far too many letters for me. We outspeed the Espeon, that's good. We outspeed the Mr. Mime, that's gooder. We don't outspeed the Alakazam. That's not good. It's fine. Marsh Badge acquired. Where the friggin' hell am I going? I've got to be honest, I'm a little bit thrown off on this run because of backseaty comments and other comments of the same ilk. It's like my brain is struggling to process where I should be going and what I should be doing. What we should be doing is taking victory against this Bell. Just like that. Starting to think that Return might be a dead move slot for this Pokemon. But then what would we put in its place? I can't see anything on that list that is tantalizing. Yeah, I don't think we've touched it at all. Generally, if we have Return in slot 4, it means can't think of anything else it might come in useful. We'll use it against this Noctowl. It's half decent fodder here, to be fair. Those of you who are regulars, would you get what I mean if I said it feels like we're going to have a very Ursering end to this challenge? No, I've messed this up in here. Bloody hell. I messed up one room and it's thrown me. There we go. Back on track. I got my timing ever slightly wrong. And it screwed me over. That is true, we can't learn the stat boosting curse even if we wanted to. I mean, we do technically have a free Pokemon with the Snorlax. There we go, I didn't fluff up the Cerulean today. There goes Dudley. There goes Wiggly Gran. She wiggles and griggles. Ugh. She wiggles and jiggles. She doesn't griggle. Don't know what griggling is, but it sounds rude. I think a lot of it's going to depend on the Peskeon and the Blastoise. Oh, flipping heck. If we get good Pesk and we get good... if we get good Blastoise, we get good Venusaur, then we should be okay. I think I picked up the lefties for this one. I bloody hope I did. I meant to. Yeah, I did. That's alright. Why would you say something so horrible, Kanbei? I'm banking on it using Wing Attack. Although it won't. I thought France was going to beat Spain too, to be fair. I thought France had it in the bag this cup. I'm washing my hair on Sunday. Or lack thereof of hair. Any interest I've had has now waned. Like, I'm not a big fan of either of the ways those teams play. I cleaned my office today before stream. I make that sound like I rarely clean it. I clean it a couple of times a week when I can be asked. I might go live on Saturday. I've not decided yet. Because I've got a Sunday out on video. So I'm not going to be going live on Sunday. Penultimate gym leader. This is Blaine. X-Speed? I've never seen him use X-Speed. I think that's his plan, to outspeed our very sluggish golem. My brain has gone on the wonk with this battle. The X-Speed has seriously thrown me. Thank God Alakazam's defense is garbage. Going to be focusing now, trying to get to the end of the challenge as quickly as I can. See if I can do some good movement for once. Flashing, I'm going to use 7 rare candies. 8 rare candies, sorry. Friggin' move. Just one of these charms missed, for God's sake. Thank you. That's all I wanted. Oh dear. This is why I don't like red with slow Pokemon. We have two independent rolls here. We've got a 23% chance of the Quick Claw activating or a 25% chance of Charm failing. We wanted that on the other bloody turn. It's got quick attack. I suppose we can't get hit by quick attack. So yeah, the only thing it can go for is Charm. Finally a quick claw proc on the Venusaur. Shoot. Yeah, I'm aware. This is not looking good, folks. Oh, we had the Quick Claw luck and I messed it up. Ostensibly, we need 3 Quick Claw procs in a row here. Or a crit will work. We need the Quick Claw against the Blastoise as well. It's not quite as bad as Kecleon. First time we've been charmed in a while. Such is the life of a slow Pokemon at red. You roll the Quick Claw and eventually you get it. Rain Dance would have been a good 4th move. No, it wouldn't. No move would have been a good 4th move. Yeah, genderless, unfortunately, for this thing. Wrong side got the crit there. Thank you, Snowy. It's absolutely quick to reset for good luck in this instance. The stars will align at some point. I'm just going to go round to this side. Try and scare him from behind. Yeah, there's no two ways about this. Like, that's part of the thing of 4 moves. Like, you're going to get these Pokemon that really struggle at red. Because we can't tailor the learn set for red. Possibly substitute would have helped. I've overloaded on calcium as well. We've got the highest possible special defense on this thing. Because we've got perfect DVs. And I've put in all the calcium I possibly could. Most single Pokemon will. There are a handful of elite few that don't have a roadblock. But they are the exception rather than the rule. Icy Wind might have been a play to drop speed, but even then I'm clutching at straws. I am your dentist in disguise, Kanbei. I don't know where this tentacle's coming from on the overlay. At least my hand's getting a rest as well now. I am a master of disguise. I'm sorry, are we allergic to quick clawing the Blastoise? We did it once when I accidentally pressed Shadow Ball instead of Earthquake on him. I accidentally saved a state then. It's refusing to activate on Blastoise. He's got the anti-Quick Claw. Feel in a state, Kanbei. This would have been, if I was doing this as a prereq, I would have swapped to voiceover in post for this battle. They say that 64th time's the charm, don't they? Maybe 65th time. Red was at the dodgy shop, you're not wrong. Look around Silver Cave for the evidence. Tell you what, we'll beat up a Graveler for good luck. Come on, Quick Claw. Never mind. We seem to have forgotten what a critical hit is as well. Who's broken my Quick Claw? There's nothing charming about the yellow rat. I'm sorry, did we consume all our Quick Claw uses? Is this like AI where we've got to pay for Quick Claw credits? Vibe clawing, it feels like it. Fine, Red, I won't battle you. Just kidding, here we go again. We got to Red at sub-hour. I did really good Silver Cave movement. And for what? The Quick Claw to never activate. Maybe the Quick Claw doesn't activate because I'm on the bike. Well, we got a Charm Dodge getting off the bike. Still no critical hit. I'm just going to do laps against Red. We're on 100 resets now. And may I remind you, this is after saving all of the rare candies because I knew this Red fight would be garbage. A Quick Claw proc on the wrong Pokemon. Hope nobody's got any plans after stream. We could be here a while. We haven't even seen the Blastoise in what feels like about 30, 40 resets. We're making backwards progress, which is not the kind of progress you want to make in a challenge run. We're only at 142 speed now. We're starting to slowly get into statistically unlucky territory, at least seeing the Blastoise. I don't think we're quite at unlucky stage for getting past the Blastoise. But that's because we've not really seen the Blastoise too often. We are allergic to quick clawing the Blastoise. We are allergic to quick clawing the Blastoise. We are allergic to quick clawing the Blastoise when it matters. Oh. I can feel them bubbling up. I'm not tilted, you are. Could we get our first 1,000 reset red battle here? Fucking hell. Thank you, Snowy. Fuck me, this one. This is really getting on my fucking nerves. Normally, I'd be snarky and be like, you have to super chat to swear, but no, get it out. Get it all out. You have to super chat if you want to say the big C word. That's the only rule. That is what she fucking said. Fuck me. Red is being a fucking little bellend in this one. Flock off, Blastoise. Fucking hell. Cooking funs indeed. I think Red needs to go and lick piss off Nettles at this point, to be perfectly frank with you. Quick Claw, please. Nope. Do you remember when we thought it was silly when I was going 64 times the charm? Oh, sweet innocent me of 20 minutes ago, or at least it feels that way. Who should we stream next, by the way? Not today, obviously. Nah, I'm too invested in this now. The league rematch isn't going to do shit for it, to be perfectly honest. I'm struggling with my Bostiff Sprite. I've given it a few goes, and it always just looks like it's had a stroke. So I need to go back to the drawing board with it. Spinder could be fun. I've not got a Tyrantrum backport. I could try doing low kicks. I won't have it done in time for next stream. Spin Room Fire Red could be fun though. I want to do an Emerald stream at some point soon as well. Thank you for the alert, Kanbei. I swear to Christ, if, like, Kanbei goes and we get the victory, we'll know that Kanbei's an unlucky charm. We'll know that Kanbei's the secret potion dealer. I genuinely don't know what the chances are of this Quick Claw never activating on the turn we need against the Blastoise, and just one in general. Because it's an independent roll every turn. It's not like you get a cumulative effect. We have also forgotten what critical hits are on our side. It teases us. Quick Claw on this note. I'm cheating now. This won't count for the runtime unless it, like, gets so ridiculous. This is mostly so that I can see what the rest of the battle would be like. It is just about getting through the Blastoise, which is fine. Peskeon really is anticlimactic. I cheated that. I save stated in Blastoise. I wanted to see what the rest of the battle would be like. To see if it was just Blastoise being the threat. It was info gathering. Which can be useful. We keep getting turn 1 quick claws when we need turn 2 quick claws. The fact that it's just the Blastoise, and we are just getting a little bit of duff luck, it makes me think there's no sense in leveling up. We'll just stick it out until the bitter end now. I'm British, I don't ever say things to the extreme. Come on, Quick Claw turn 2. Yes! Oh, don't fuck this up. I had visions of us getting burnt then. 128.07. That's the wrong one. I'm tired after that. Oh, fuck me, I'm glad that one's over. 96 stream place in the end. We've gone from 2nd to 96. Jeez, half an hour on that red fight. But we got through, and that's the main thing. And a few years ago, a couple of years ago, that would have been a really good stream time. Just shows how far we have come. Yeah, fucking red. Anyway, I am off for a very long lie down now in front of the fan. It's been an absolute pleasure, as always, over the last 2 hours and 45 minutes. We do have some videos coming out tomorrow. Oh, a video, I should say, and it might even be one worth watching. Let's find out, shall we? Who do we have out tomorrow? We've got Togekiss and Crystal. That's a fun run. That's out at 2 PM United Kingdom time tomorrow. I will catch you probably on Saturday, 8 PM for another stream. Look at doing Spinder in Fire Red and look at doing something else as well, maybe. For now, though, I'm going to say thank you to everybody who's popped out. Thank you to Kanbei and to Snowy for the little super chats to let me swear. It has been an absolute pleasure, as it always is. These streams aren't possible without you. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. If you're going to bed now, sweet dreams. If you're staying up, I hope you have fun with whatever it is you're doing. And I will catch you all over the weekend.